Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an author, an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today radio show, in combination with the YouTube version on YouTube video channel, Take Your Life Back Today show. Folks, do you ever take yourself really seriously? Do you take yourself seriously each and every day? When is the last time you had an opinion but didn't share it with anyone because you didn't think anyone would really care? When is the last time you got really excited about an idea you had, but then never pursued it because you decided it wasn't good enough, that what people might think? When is the last time you started to make something but gave up before you finished it because you didn't think anyone would like it? When is the last time you did any of those? You'll hear a lot of videos that tell you to just do it. Don't worry what others will think. Keep going and keep persevering. Don't give up. But if you don't take yourself seriously, you'll never be able to take any advice from anyone. Because you'll always be able to convince yourself that what you are doing isn't important enough, and it didn't. You don't take yourself seriously. I mean, I didn't take myself serious for a long time. I still struggle with taking myself seriously sometimes. I couldn't even put a finger on what it was I was doing to myself until about 6 years ago. But finally I realized there's this thing some people have, this ability to get excited about something they're doing and just go for it with some sort of crazy abandon. This ability to remain focused and stand firm and get on top of the mountain and shout out what they want for everyone to hear, and to let out all the frustration. And I knew I had the ability to climb up that mountain and do the same thing, but I always would talk myself out of it. And I finally realized it was because I just didn't take myself seriously. You really need to do that in life. Those were my thoughts almost each and every time I tried to create something different, something new. I didn't take my own opinions, my ideas, or even what I wanted for my life seriously. To me, everything was a joke. So what happens when you don't take yourself seriously? You spend a lot of time dreaming but not actually doing. You come up with ideas, but you stop yourself before you even try to accomplish those ideas. Or you do try something, but you give up quickly because you decide it's not good enough. No one will like it. Everybody might even say anything, and it was a stupid idea anyway. But the worst part happens 10 years later when you think back and you say, you know what, I should have followed through on my idea. I should have followed through on my dream. And you realize there was something there. It wasn't half as bad as you thought at the time, and you might have really accomplished something if you had just only stuck with it and didn't give up. What happens when you don't take yourself seriously? You end up living a life you aren't all proud of. You keep waiting to do that thing that you're passionate about. You keep waiting to do that thing that's going to make you feel successful. You fill up your time with a bunch of things you think you have to do, but nothing you really want to do is what happens. You work hard and you do a good job, but you also feel trapped inside yourself, putting on a show that someone else is directing. And the worst part happens 10 years later when you've lost touch with who you really are and who you can no longer tell the difference between. Is it yourself that you're looking at in the mirror, or is it someone that just doesn't want to follow through? Is it yourself in the mirror, or is it somebody that quits? What happens when you don't take yourself seriously? You eventually see someone else who had the same idea who had that you had, but he or she shared it with the world, and the world ran with it. What was the exact same idea, you say? Yes, it was, but that person took it seriously. That person said, this is interesting to me, so it could be interesting to someone else, and followed through with their their idea, followed through with their dream. That's what it is, folks. You need to take, whoop, you need to take yourself seriously. I think I lost you there for a minute. You look at people who promote themselves and their ideas, and you think they're egotistically or ridiculous. Or you look at people who you admire and you lament the fact that you could never ever accomplish what they have. What happens when you don't take yourself seriously, my friends? You sabotage yourself. You rush through a half-hearted execution and you don't give yourself the time you need to learn something new or do it right. And when it does turn out the way you want it, you decide it was a total waste of time if it doesn't turn out that way. But, friends, you might have a totally different outcome if you first accept the fact that it might take time, but that the time would be worth it because you believed in it. What happens when you don't take yourself seriously? These are the questions you should ask each and every day. You get depressed. You get angry at yourself. You get disappointed in yourself. You wonder why you haven't done anything to make a difference in life. That's what happens. Somehow we keep losing you. Every piece of every little thing you've ever thought is filled with possibilities. You don't know what is going to happen next, and that's scary. You might not even know how, and that's hard. But when you take yourself seriously, you give yourself enough credit to know that you can figure it out. When you know in your heart that you and your ideas are important, you will give every idea you have a fighting chance. That's what happens when you take yourself seriously. That might mean speaking up at work. It might mean just finishing that one thing that you've been thinking about. It might mean never ever to give up. That's what happens when you take yourself seriously. So today I ask you to all start taking yourself seriously. Make today a new day in your life. When you take yourself seriously, you will make others take you seriously as well. You will put your ideas out there. You will not hide them. You won't delete them. You will keep trying, taking yourself seriously. So start today. Don't treat your ideas like they're nothing. Don't treat yourself like you're nothing, because you and your ideas are important and meaningful and have a potential to become so much more than you realize. Take yourself seriously. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Remember, a simple smile to a total stranger can change their life forever, and it can change your life. Take yourself seriously, and always be serious about your love for God. May God bless each and every one of you. And if there were any technical difficulties with this video, let me know. Take good care. Bye-bye.